was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
Yeah, really, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got to chill. I be on my little nice drip.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
70.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches.
Ready. Roll.
Right up the gut. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Bronco quick.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That goes as a 40-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first cover before they could finally drag him down.
He's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Okay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Held in left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bronco quick.
Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to be hungry here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go now. 70 Timber.
Dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Hits him on the out route. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
We'll call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Things going well so far. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. And here come the Browns on offense, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Complete out to the right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Finds a man right side. And they're on him to to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. We've set it down for him from the 31.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, they'll run. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Pass play coming here. Brought in right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
To number 88.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Browns first down. Working inside the red zone. Complete out to the right. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. The Chargers have an early lead. We're back to SoFi right after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Here's a dive up the middle. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Throws caught. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish up their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you've got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1 for 1.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. On him quick, and they bring him down. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Looking in the air here. Setting up the running back screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Browns and their running back about to get back to work. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
He's going to throw again on second down. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skips down inside the 35-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31. Dive play straight ahead. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over the course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now lead by 10.
The kicker on.
Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around you, and have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Reno!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Off to the races, middle of the field. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. Don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be 2nd and 8. So we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready? 18 cards.
Back to throw. Into traffic. Complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down from the gun. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 4.
14, Chargers 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Hand off to Tootin. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on 1st down.
Collins on the stop. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Pass play now. Looking right, and he finds him. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw here. That one's complete, right side. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st down, Cleveland.
On the give, it's Tootin. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Trying to work quickly now.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Fits it through the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
Offense in the hurry up now.
And the Browns first down.
Tootin on 1st and 10. Some room to work. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
Tootin is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns will add to their lead at the end of the half. Extra point attempts coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns drive their lead to 11.
21. Chargers 10.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
Their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. They'll throw to start the drive. Hits his running back. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Throwing now on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
13 yards.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Bayshore Tootin now on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Andrews has it, working downfield. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First and 10, looking to throw. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
First down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running line.
Here's the long back on the handoff. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
2nd and inches.
Back to the well again. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They give it to him again. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns lead by 15 now.
Chargers 13.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Finds him over the middle. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. On the line for another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll work against the blitz. And it is knocked away. Shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Ready. Roll.
Rolling from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrives as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Ready.
Here he goes, third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it, that's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
3 brings up second and goal.
Tag. Liking 18.
They're throwing it. The Browns get there and take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
So 7 brings up third down and goal.
Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Bronco switch.
From the gun on third down. Brought in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on third downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Nevis able to knock it through. Doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12. Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go, set.
Setting him on the dive. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Browns with possession and a fairly comfortable lead as we look ahead to the fourth quarter. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Give now to the running back. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He was brought down by
Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1 yard runs brings up third and 8.
And it's third down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That one nabbed by Warren. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out. Well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Browns first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
They'll run here on first down. Now he's past the 25. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Inside give here for Tootin. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11.
At the Chargers' 19-yard line.
They'll go again here with Tootin. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go!
On third down, here's Tootin. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Now it's Tootin. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
The Browns making a 3-score game in the fourth. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns go up by 19. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Kick the running back in motion.
44-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Desperation time here. Trying for the deep ball. This connects with Higgins. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Weavis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Chargers 23.
Don't look up the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover.
Yeah, these numbers, Kate, they're pretty clear. It's hard to recover these onside kicks. Nice job there by the fielding team, but you see why the rules committee, right, the competition committee constantly searching for maybe new creative ways because it is just so hard to get that ball when the other team's prepared for the onside kick.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. A run here with Tootin. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Browns first down.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. No score, Pete. Hey, check that. Street.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
He's taken up behind the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards the Charger, who's still on the field and in some pain. Another carry for him. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. We know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. Ready, go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Cut out left. And he's tackled for a short gain. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
At the 37.
Setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Trying to hurry this to the line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
Throwing now.
3.
It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too. Yeah. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally, you just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Sticking to the air here. Trying to push deep downfield. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Chargers can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Now we're trying to keep a sliver of hope alive and make things a 1-score game. And it's up and good, and they'll get one last tally in the final act of this ball game. So the Browns come away with the win. Well, we talked about it throughout this contest, Brock. They were already into the playoffs when this one kicked off, but now they're going in with a little extra momentum.
Yeah, momentum, confidence, belief, whatever you want to throw into the kind of that recipe. But bottom line, you want to be playing your best football when it matters the most, and they did today.